Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone who rule well. And shalom out there to the, to the elect, man. Pushing this word, man. Just gonna be a quick video. I was just thinking about Israel within the scriptures, and Israel is referred to in different ways. And I'm just gonna go into a couple of ways it's been referred to, because the scriptures have really always been talking about Israel, man. Okay, the scriptures talk about the man Israel, our forefather, the son of Abraham, the son of Isaac. Okay, well, the son of Isaac, and who's the son of Abraham. And yeah, I'm just gonna go into it. I'm just gonna give a couple of examples. Now, sometimes Israel is referred to as a woman in the scriptures. I'm gonna give an example of that. Now, this is Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Right? Another example of how Israel is referred to is when it's referred to as Zion. Excuse me. Yeah, one example of it is Zion, which in the Hebrew, that's Tazayawan, which the meaning of that is monument. Okay, and a monument on earth, in terms of the earthly vessels, in terms of men, the monument on the earth of the Most High is Israel, his people, man. Okay. In fact, let me quickly get a precept just to hit home that point about the Lord, us being the Lord's people. Now it says Luke chapter 1 and 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. So we are the Lord's people. Okay. And I'm just going to quickly just go through these. The reason I'm bringing this out is because I was just thinking about, you might be reading through the scriptures, like people who don't really, they're still learning, they're new to this faith and to the truth. And there's certain things that they might come across, and really that's talking about Israel, man. And this is another example. It says Hosea chapter 1 verse 1. Then said God, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Although this is not directly referring to Israel, and the Lord basically was not, for a point when not dealing with us, man. Okay, so he was really talking about Israel, how he wasn't going to deal with Israel there, and the scriptures have always been talking about Israel, man. Okay, and now another way that you can refer to Israel is if you hear Jacob, because Jacob, our forefather, which his name means supplanter, right? His name was changed to Israel. Now, the meaning of Israel is Yasha Allah in the Hebrew, which means Yah, which means he, Shah, which means prince, and Allah meaning power or judge, right? So he, the prince of power, he the prince of God. Okay, and if the Most High is the king, is of all creation, man. Okay, and he's made his son Yahushua, reference to as the King of Kings. Okay, because he's gonna make his people Israel a nation of kings, man. So that our Lord Yahushua is the King of Kings. Okay, and when you're a son of God, then what does that mean? That means that the son of a king is a prince, right? So that's why we're the princes, man. Okay. This is John chapter 1 verse 30. This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. So this is referring to us being the sons of God, man. And I'm going to get a precept on that, right? Because you see, in Genesis, it talks about Jacob and our forefather, his name being changed to Israel. But Israel was always Israel, man. Even before they were named that, even before the man came about. I'm just going to get to that. This is Genesis chapter 6, verse 2. That the sons of God, right? And this is before Jacob is even mentioned in the scriptures. It says that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Now, the sons of God, referring, because everyone was Adamites, right? But then there was a chosen line, okay? And those were the sons of God, okay? And you also had the sons of the wicked, and you had the sons of men, okay? And that's why it says the daughters of men, so the heathen nations, okay? That means that, you know, the chosen line, they were basically dealing with the daughters of the sons of men, okay? Which then in time became the heathen nations. And they did that again. You know, there's such a thing as reincarnation in the scriptures, okay? But that's really I wanted to get to that. That's the only point I wanted to make, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, right? And I'm going to start from 4. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. See, there's an example of Israel being referred to there as Jacob, our forefather. Okay, his name was later changed to Israel. And it says, and he was king in Jeshurun when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. So what's that Jeshurun talking about? It says Moses was king in Jeshurun, right? Now Jeshurun meaning basically the first. It's talking about the first, man. Okay. Now, what is that referring to? Let's get the precept on that. This is Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, which is Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. So we will always, we've been referred to in all different ways, but the scriptures were always talking about us. The Lord was really dealing with a select few, all the way from the beginning. In fact, let me get that. Let me get that in Ezra, 2nd Ezra's. Right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. So, you know, yeah, it's true. You know, people always say that. In the highways and byways, you get scoffers and all that saying that, you know, come up and they say, yeah, but we're all from Adam, we're all from Adam. And then it says, of him come we all. That's true, okay? And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So there's a chosen among those people, man. And the Lord was always dealing with that, man, all the way from that time, okay? And that later became, you know, solidified into, got given a name as Israel. But Israel's always been referred to in different ways, man. Okay, we're the firstborn, man. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And why are we above them? Because the Lord said so, man. He set us up as the ruler of these nations, as judges over these nations. Okay, he gave us the law and the understanding, man. Okay, that's why, you know, that's why Israel in these end times are starting to come back together, man. Okay, the Lord is always dealing with Israel. The Lord ain't dealing with Muslims or Christians or none of these or Buddhists. Okay. The Lord is dealing with a seed. The Lord is dealing with a nation, okay? Nation, natal. Going back to the womb, with you know, dealing with the seed, man, okay? So you got all these different philosophies out there and trying to impose themselves on the scriptures, but the scriptures were always dealing with the sons of God, which is Israel, man, okay? And the Israelites today are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and also those scattered out there amongst the heathen nations, where their lineage through their father's land goes back to the man named Israel. Well, the man named Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, man. Okay? And that's who the Lord's dealing with. And the Lord has always dealt with us from the very beginning, man. So yeah, you know, there's a couple more examples in the scriptures, but I just wanted to get a couple just to get the point across, man. So the Lord was always dealing with Israel, man. So anyway, with that, you know, that's been edifying. You know, keep pushing. Shalom.